Hey, everybody. Bonnie and I are here, and we were hanging out backstage and thought we were having some pretty good conversation. We're like, let's just go live and see who's around and who shows up and who wants to come and hang out with us. So let's see who's here and who shows
Thank you
up.
for having me, Indy.
Yeah, thanks for being here with me, Bonnie. Justin, thanks for coming. This is really last minute, so we'll see how this goes. Wingnut, Jen, good to see you guys. Anti, thank you as always.
Hello, everyone.
Blaine. Yeah, hey, Blaine. Busy, good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you around. Hey, Cola. Ducks. Matt. Oh, yeah, we got lots of people coming in. This is great. So I guess let us know in chat too if there's things that come up that you guys are wanting to talk about. But we're just here to hang out and see where it goes. Good to see you, Hope. I was telling Bonnie how this week's just been kind of crazy. Like, you know how just some weeks will be, hey, Ashley, glad you're here. It's just been like a little sleep week and lots of stuff going on and just really busy. So I'm glad it's Friday. Glad to have made it to the weekend.
Oh, is it Duck's birthday?
Oh, Ducks. I knew your birthday. Oh, no. She's saying hi to Justin. I think her birthday was a couple weeks ago. Justin's name has birthday in it. Ooh,
Oh,
nice, Blaine. You stocking your pond? That's cool. Hey, Magic.
awesome.
Billy, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know, Cola. I think it's the right person. First to 12th, what happened there, Magic? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what's new with everybody in chat too? Like, what's going on with all of you? Or where are you guys at with everything going on in the world? I feel like I've been getting a lot of messages of fear not given to me over and over and over and over and over again, which has been really uplifting and encouraging. I feel like God knew, like, you know, I just need to be beat over the head with it several times. So it just keeps coming up to me in different ways, and it's been really encouraging. So that's been nice to see, because it's so easy to get caught up in the anxiety and, you know, the, what do they call it? Like all the fear that's being pushed just all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. You too.
Oh, do I get to call out Annie at Jack up here?
Oh, always.
Where
Just
were you
blame
at?
Anti, we do.
Where was I at? 15th fan.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
I was a witness. I saw this.
Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
he was in my chat and he said something to the effect of, it's not a choice. When I said that I was going to be there and not there, Mr. Smith. And
yeah, exactly, Cola. Yep. I saw that. You cracked me up when you wrote that too. Yeah, 15th Ben had that was a great stream.
It was.
And he has a good vibe on his.
Things that bring joy and fun and joke around. We have to live life at the same time, but I really and truly think that the fear that they're trying to cause fear, and that's the way they work.
Right? Yeah. We all gonna die. Yeah.
Well, that's our only way out of here. So, yes,
right?
Eventually.
Someday, maybe. Hey, Kim. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah.
Yep. Ephesians 6:12. That's the one that comes to mind about that.
Do you want to read it for us, Bonnie?
Okay.
I know you bring up verses. And I'm always like, all right, let's
I'm
hear it.
sorry.
I'm going to see if I can pull up our.
Ephesians 6:12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that we're seeing that more and more. It's becoming more and more apparent, that is exactly what's happening. It's wild, right? I mean,
It
I don't know.
is.
Sometimes you just have to like try to process it a little bit and be like, we are living in these times that we are in. Like it's just crazy. Hey, Queen Bee, thanks for being here.
And I think most of us, our fear is for the children and grandchildren. I mean,
Yeah,
you're still young, Indy, and so your children
thanks
are
for that.
still young. Well,
Yeah.
you are. And I'm a boomer, I'll admit it. But um, still, my children and my grandchildren are the ones that I'm like, it's my duty to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
It's That's just the way I feel. And so when these things start happening, I'm like, well, what am I going to do for them? And thank goodness for this community. I mean,
Yeah,
we have
absolutely.
learned so much, and so much of what to be doing for that. And um, I I was in a chat last night or today, and this lady was saying, "But I live in an apartment. I can't grow a garden." And I said, "Yes, you can." I said,
Mm-hmm.
"There's stackable gardens." And I said, "And there's so many things that I grow inside my house." And she was like, "Really?" And people were putting different things in the chat too,
Mm-hmm.
different kinds of ways to make flour out of, I said
Oh, that's great.
cauliflower, and they were saying zucchini. You can take the peelings of zucchini and dehydrate them and grind them up into flour. And
That's
there,
great.
all these things, the knowledge is out there. We just have to ask the questions. And that's why I'm always asking questions, because that's me. I
Mm-hmm.
want to learn more and more and more.
Yeah, definitely. That was one thing I remember from first getting involved with like the prepper community through Dangerous Freedom, and then offshoots of there. But just being in the chats, and we'd just be like randomly talking about politics or whatever the topic may be, and then all of a sudden there'd just be these huge like bombs of wisdom dropped in the chat about some prepping thing, and I'd be like taking notes and taking screenshots and being like, oh, I got to remember that. But I learned so much from everybody in the community, just in the chats, like not even what was planned on panel, just the information shared. I love
Yes,
it. I love that.
yes. We have amazing people here, all the way
Yeah,
around, whether it's
definitely.
the streamers or the chat. A
Hmm.
lot of information and knowledge, and they're doing the stuff.
Yep. Bonnie, would you put something into the chat for anti?
Sure.
TZ, I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Yeah, aquaponics. I have it's not aquaponics actually, no, it's an arrow garden, but it has like the little, like soil pods. I have one of those I'm going to start up here pretty soon. Some basic we don't have a lot of space to do a garden outside, but we're doing some container gardening and then going to try out those and microgreens in mason jars. So we're on it. But work
Yep.
with what you've got. Hey, good to see you, CT. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. Kim said I had to live in apartments for 1 year and I had a little walkout patio. I had that thing crowded with plants. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. One of the teachers at my school, her whole window is full of plants. It's really awesome. She teaches kindergarten and they have all sorts of plants growing in there. It's great.
Yeah,
Which,
and that's what I was talking to someone about. Um, the schools here
mm-hmm.
used to, before all this stuff, past 3 years, they would do gardening at the school. So the kids were learning how to garden
Yes.
at
Yeah.
school
I love
also.
that. I love that. Hey, Snooks. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy freedom. Yeah, absolutely. I know, right, Wingnut? What are we going to do about all this? Because it's intensifying, right? We just need to resist in every way we can.
Yeah,
I still maintain, I think there are way more of us united in going against this or, you know, not wanting these things than there are those who want it. We just need to stand up. Tower
and that's
Gardens. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith. Good to see you.
and
Thanks
that's
for
how we
being here.
stand up, is joining together, because that's why they were saying 6 feet apart. They wanted us separated any way they could, families, friends, whoever.
Yeah.
And so we need to get those relationships back,
Right.
even in our communities, whatever,
Hey,
neighbors.
Rocksteady. Yeah. Are you seeing that happen more? Do you feel like in your area that people are connecting more? Because I do feel like I'm starting to see that more here, where people are kind of getting out of that haze of isolation. Um, maybe part of it too is it's getting a little bit nicer weather around here, and people are just getting, kind of, everybody around here gets like seasonal depression or whatever, where it's like you don't have vitamin D. So I feel like people are kind of just cheering up a little bit, which probably
Yes.
means it's like soon to be riot season or something. But oh well, we'll look at the positive, right?
No riots
Rocksteady,
here.
right? Not yet, not here yet either. Hey, Rocksteady, good to see you.
Hey, Rocksteady. Um, I'm not. I am seeing people getting together more. The farmers market has started back up, and so that's on Saturdays, and I try to go to it. And then once a month, we have a market days that's
Mm-hmm.
close by, and um, I usually don't go to that because they tend to be a little pricey. They're not. It's more clothing and handbags and things like that. There's been some cool things that I've bought there for the kids for presents, like some kind of a bean shooter or something made out of
Mm-hmm.
PVC pipe, and you know
Awesome.
that.
That's like old school. I love it.
Yes, yeah, and slingshots, you can get those there, and
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of traffic, so I know there's more people getting out and doing things, and the girls with their jobs, they're staying very busy at the vineyards and
Yeah.
restaurants and stuff like that. But
Yeah, Blaine, I've been seeing you with your chickens and the pond, and it looks like you're out doing the things. I'm glad you are. It's good to see.
yes, soak up that sun every chance you get,
Mm-hmm.
because that is true. When your vitamin D goes down, that can cause depression in itself, and so if you're in the sun just for 20 minutes a day, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I get to go out to recess with my students, so that's when I usually try to get my sun. But I mean, around here sometimes it's not so sunny, but still, it's good to be outside and running amok with the kids. Hey, DS, good to see you.
I like very.
Hey, Lake, I'm not there yet in chat, but good to see you. Yeah,
And
right. Summer of love, not riots. Okay, we can call it that, Matt. Oh, yeah? Is there riots in Ohio right now? I don't think I've heard about that. Hope, give me some information.
I did hear something about that, and absolutely, Mr. Smith, love wins. Yeah,
Mhm.
somebody was saying something last night about riots in Ohio. I'm
Yeah.
not sure
Good
where
call,
in
Kim.
Ohio.
Ohio's getting hit with a lot of stuff right now with
They are.
everything going on
It's
with
like,
the train and then the truck that tipped. And
yes.
hey, Frank, thanks for being here. Good to see you.
Sometimes that's the way I feel about Texas with the border, and then but then they're wanting to bring Ohio's toxic waste down here and
Hmm.
leave it here, and it's like, well, wait a minute, hey. But um, I think there is a big voting term coming May the 5th. Is there, is it something nationwide, or
I
I
don't
know
know.
here they're
Yeah, yes, it was canceled kind of. It was just sorry, but it was just us back there. And we were like, we're having a great conversation. Let's just go live and see who wants to hang out.
yep,
Hey, Tiger, good to see you.
bring the backstage live.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kim, I think was that in response, Kim, to what I was asking about if people are kind of waking up or coming out a little bit more? I don't know. It's good to see you too, Lake.
Queen Bee,
Hey, Queen.
Steve.
Hmm. Love wins. Love it.
See, you got a lot of good people coming in.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you, everybody, for coming and being here. And thanks for being up here with me, Bonnie. I don't know if I'll ever go live by myself. I just don't think. I don't know.
It's hard. If there's a message I have that I feel
Yeah.
is weighing heavy in my heart, I'll go live in the beginning, and because I can talk my head off, as everyone here knows. And
Right.
so I just start usually by myself with the message and then questions, and then I'm like, is anybody going to come up here and talk to me and answer these questions? Drop the link. And
I've done
but
it a couple times, but I don't know. It makes me so like anxious. I'm just like, I'm just talking to myself up here, and it's a lot harder than it seems when you're in chat. I'll tell you that. But as long as somebody's up here with me, I'm like I don't feel crazy rambling to myself.
well, and you also have chat talking to you, and
Yeah.
that's a good time to spend with chat, because a lot of times when we are live, we miss a lot of things that are being said in chat, trying to concentrate on what's being said on panel.
Yes.
And um, it well, there's that old lady thing. It just went.
That
When it
happens to
gets
me
to
too.
that point where I can't, where I'm like out of things to say, I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
it's time for a song, and I'll find some kind of music and play it. And some like it, some don't. That's okay.
Hey, Carl. Good to see you. Yeah, thank you everybody for being in here as always. It's always just good to see everybody together, you know? That alone gives me
Yes.
some hope, that we're still all out here trying to figure this out together and support one another and encourage one another, It's not for nothing. Right? Exactly, Kim. It's like Yep.
Akron. That is in Ohio. Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
Over shooting BLM. Yep. I haven't seen any of those around me. Um, any of the
Hey, Al.
riots or any of the groups
Mm-hmm.
that they form or whatever, but I'm sure in the cities there's a lot of that going on. But I've just been seeing crazy things like Colorado. Colorado seems to be one of the states. You know, there's something to that too. There's something about 6 states, like 6 states that they're just writing off, and um, I don't know which ones they are. I haven't read anything about it to see what they were talking about, but there was a girl. It was some kind of a thing that they were throwing rocks at cars, and this girl, I guess she got hit in the head with a rock through the windshield. It came through the windshield, and she passed. And
Mm,
it's just crazy things like that. That wasn't even with guns or anything. It was just a rock.
yeah,
But
that's horrible. Silver Girl, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. If you can give any kind of update, I'd love to hear how you are.
so that's a question that I keep running through my mind is, do you think it's some kind of mind control? Do you think it's just people going nuts because of everything that is going on?
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Or
Donna.
what's happening? Because, I mean,
Yeah. Glad you're here, Frank. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I just always kind of come back to I think it's a spiritual battle. It's good versus evil, you know? And we're just seeing that play out. But I don't know if it's there's all sorts of theories out there about what's happening. I think a lot of people just really still want to keep their heads in the sand to some extent.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yep.
still, violence doesn't get us anywhere. We know that. And I just keep thinking, no, we're better than this. We've got to be
Hmm.
better than this. We can't just go crazy.
Yeah.
It's not the Wild Wild West yet. Wild Wild West yet. I can't even talk right now. I think somebody asked about my mom. Still working on that. But the dog is gone.
Can you hear me okay?
Hmm.
I don't know what that looked like on your end, but that was really weird. My entire computer just like glitched out where it turned off. But when I turned it on, it came right back to the screen. So
Oh, wow.
we'll just keep going. That was weird. So I missed whatever you just said the last like minute or 30 seconds.
No.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer, I'll send you a link. I'll send it to you through Discord. And actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just put the link out. Bonnie, are you okay with that? And Hope, I got the picture you sent me in Discord. It's awesome. Your garden looks really good. I'm glad you've got all these things started. Okay, hang on one second. Let me get the link and I'll put it in chat.
I don't know what's being talked about. Let's say, you prepped share, please, baby.
All right. Hopefully it's pinned up at the top of chat. Here we go.
There's Dee.
Yeah, right, Magic. It's just crazy. I know I'm falling behind in chat here, guys. Sorry. Hey, good to see some new names in here. Thank you for being here. Glad you found us or stumbled upon us or whatever. However you are here, we're glad to have you. Hey, how's it going, Dragon Slayer?
It's going. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hi.
Yeah, I am kind of catching up here on the conversation side, as far as the doing live streams by yourself, I completely understand the hesitation on that.
Right?
With the ones I've done, when you start off and you're waiting for everything to get up and running, and you're like, I don't know if anyone's here yet. I guess I'll just start talking and hopefully not be too awkward about it. And then once people start, coming in and you get comments of the chat going, then it helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I know it just always feels like somewhat awkward at the beginning, but
And
whatever.
always throw something out there that can really get the chat going. Last night, I think the question was AI
Mm-hmm.
things, and that really took off. I just
Yeah.
saw somebody ask a question about that a while ago, and
Yeah, Kim,
I
I'm
know
with you on that. Go
I
ahead.
posted a question regarding AI here a little while back. Just did kind of a community. Actually, it was a short that I did, just to hey, what are your thoughts on AI? Just trying to get kind of a temperature check for what people viewed it at, or how people viewed it. And a lot of it seemed to be pretty back and forth. You've got some people are like, oh, it's going to be great because it's going to make everything more convenient. You've got other people who are like, yeah, I'm pretty hesitant to support it because I don't know what kind of problems are going to come with it. Myself, I still, maybe it's a little bit of like a PTSD from the blue screen of death from Windows. I don't trust it to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Also, having been around CNC machines and programming, that emergency stop button exists for a reason. So I've got my slightly biased view of it from that stuff for sure. It's a good topic for consideration for people, and I think a lot of people look at the convenience side of it and hey, if I start automating stuff through AI, then there's less for me to have to do. It lightens my load.
Mm-hmm.
But that also that comes with the flip side that also means there's less need for the person in the stuff. And there's it was a conversation, I believe it was from an interview with Yuval Noah Harari, who's
he's insane.
Yeah, the second at the or one of the higher ups with the WEF, and the whole thing with it is he's saying, with this stuff, as things go automated with AI and everything, there's going to be less for people to have to do, and you're going to end up with this growing. He refers to it as a useless class. And it's all the people who don't really want to work, and they don't have any skills to bring to the table. So all of the stuff that they would be doing is now automated through robotics and AI. And then that brings the question of, well, what do you do with these people that are no longer needed? I know you can't see me right now, but I'm doing air quotes for the needed.
Right. That's what Kim just made a comment. She said, or maybe a few minutes back, but said people are lacking purpose. And I do think that's a big part of it.
People are lacking purpose. And, a lot of that, touching back on the AI thing, would be exacerbated with the AI taking over a lot of the stuff. But a lot of it boils down to is our priorities are so misaligned for anything that actually makes any sort of sense. I touched on it on one of my streams where I think the way that our system is designed is to deal with the problems for survival, and we have a certain amount of energy that would normally be focused on that. And not having these issues that we have to address for immediate survival, like tending to a field, harvesting whatever fruits and vegetables, berries, whatever would be around, our brains are going, okay, well, we've got all this extra processing power that's not being used. So then we start looking for problems to have to put that processing power to, and we start eventually creating our own problems.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of this, not just the woke, but like the victim mentality and the social justice warrior thing is, it's the we've got to be. We normally would be fighting for our lives against nature, and now rather than fighting for our lives against nature, we're sitting by idle. So we've got to find something to fight for.
Lake, I have not heard anything about that, but that sounds fascinating and terrifying.
Mhm.
I'm going to look into that one.
Yeah. I'm going to apologize ahead of time on any
Interesting.
more random tangents I go on.
No, you're good. Random tangents are kind of what we're about here.
Well,
I mean,
just saw
really.
today, and I was showing my
Yeah.
granddaughter because she's driving a Kia. That
Mhm.
Kia and Hyundai are recalling the cars because there's some kind of a malfunction in them, and I assume they're more like the self-driving, but there's been a lot of crashes with them, and more than usual. And that's what somebody was talking about, the GPS systems going wrong, and there was something else with
There's
it.
also
Well, and then we had the spaceship that just kind of went up poof.
Mhm.
the Kia
That-
and Hyundai also have an issue with their drain plugs, the oil drain plugs right now, where they just kind of fall out and it destroys the motor of the car. There's a
that-
massive recall going on with that as well.
And that's where we need to get the old skills back, I think, for everything. Just, you know, hit the garage sales up, the any kind of sales, estate sales, get the tools that could be used for
Hey,
those things.
SG. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's
Yeah.
you're on that old skills thing.
Mhm.
So I work a lot with supply chain and aerospace, and I've been having a number of conversations recently between some of the aerospace companies and the machine shops that supply them about kind of the situation with manufacturing, and it's almost like a changing of the old guard to the new guard right now.
Mhm.
And there's a couple areas where that's affected. One's in the management side, where the new guard comes in and they don't have the applicable experience to the way stuff works and will actually function smoothly. They have the textbook knowledge of it, and so when they come in, they're just like, well, no, this is how it should be, because based off of the textbook, everything should fall in line as soon as you give it these orders, and it doesn't actually work that way. But on the other side of it, not just the management and planning side, you also have the other side with the manufacturing itself. And we have a lack of people who are involved in skilled trades. I mentioned before on my stream that my background is in fabrication, machining, and design. And we don't have the people being trained as machinists anymore. Everyone wants to do
Yes.
the high up job. It's the, oh, well, I should be the one doing the programming, or I should be the one managing the stuff. And so a lot of these shops that I'm dealing with are having a major issue trying to find qualified people. And then the ones that they do find are wanting an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Scooter.
But-
Good to see you. Anti. Yep, exactly. Yeah,
But,
right?
yeah. And it's kind of interesting because it's stuff that would have
Thanks,
been
Eddie.
more common knowledge 40 years ago.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie. Thanks for
But
joining us.
Hello,
so many
ladies and
people.
gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi, Eddie.
How
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing?
Ed, doing all right. How's your Friday going?
Good. Yeah, it's going well. I was just in with Kelly there, and we had a bit of fun. Music fun, and all that jazz.
Right on.
So,
Now, if you don't mind me taking something back a little bit in a circle here,
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about AI, and just yesterday it came to my
yes.
attention that uh, the ABC News had just done a special talking about, for their weather portion, talking about cloud seeding and geoengineering and weather modification. And that started me on a little bit of a rabbit hole yesterday when I came across that, looking for different references, because I'm going to have to do a video going into this again, I believe. And one of the videos that I came across was talking about using AI to try to regulate the weather through the, to control the weather modification programs and equipment. And that was one of those things like, oh, great. So we're going to
You're
have a
talking
computer.
about GB.
What was that,
I'm
Eddie?
sorry.
You're talking. You're talking about Chat GBT, right?
No, it wasn't specifically ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a basically it's like a predictive program for language and mimicking speech or assumed speech, kind of like the autocomplete on your phone or Google's deal. But what it would do is it would basically go off of a set of parameters or measurements, and it would say, okay, well, if it's, if the humidity level is this and the temperature is that, then we need to make it rain. Or, oh, there's something coming up, we need to, it's within these parameters, so we need to prevent it from raining. And I think it falls back to people are trying to play God.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't understand
Hey,
how people
Breeze.
can.
How's it going?
It's good. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever.
I don't want to interrupt it, but I thought I'd stop by and say hello for a minute.
Heck yeah. Thanks for coming by. Are you still going strong on your channel?
No, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm sitting by a fire keeping warm.
Nice. So sounds like a good thing to be doing.
6 inches of snow outside. It's cold.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, where
I go online Friday night, and I came by and I saw you're online. I thought, I'm gonna say hello.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to run into you here on these YouTube streets.
But you got quite the crowd here, 40-some people.
Oh yeah.
You got
Thanks everybody.
on here.
Yeah, I'm not able to be up here very often, but I usually am every other Friday or so is what we're aiming for. And yeah, we got great community here. So I'm glad you're here hanging out.
It's, I don't do much in the way. I don't know what you know. It's been a long time since we've talked, but I'm north, right?
What was that?
You know that I've moved up north, correct?
Yes. Yep. I think the last time I saw you was pretty soon after you'd moved. How's that going?
I love it. This is freedom. I have freedom in my life. For the first time, I have freedom.
It looks
No
like
one's
it's
telling me
cold.
what to do or why to do it or I should do it. Why?
Good for you. Yeah, that's great.
Awesome.
That's great.
It's very simple, but I love it. It's something I haven't had. Being married
Carl.
50-some years.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the dream, right? I mean, I think, I never before did I really think like I want a homestead. Somebody was talking to me about having a yurt and I was like, that's the goal, right? Like, I don't know. I think the further we can get away from the grid, the better, really.
I don't owe anything.
I love your idea, Carl.
I'm paid for. I am independent. I owe nothing to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time in my life I've been able to say that. Where I'm not in debt. I don't have a banker calling me.
Yeah.
I go to the bank, I tell the banker what I want. It's not the other way around.
That's great.
It's nice.
Right,
That's
Blaine?
awesome.
Did you question that, Blaine? I mean, now I'm confused. What?
Yeah, I just stopped by to
Right?
say hello. How you doing? I'm glad
Exactly,
to see
Kim.
you're still going cooking here. And
Yeah.
what are you all talking about?
A little of this, a little of that. We're all going to die, but fear not. Does that cover it?
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not. Yep.
Yeah, I actually done a hit piece on that.
Yeah.
Like
What are your
the
thoughts,
AI.
Eddie?
Huh?
Yeah, as I say, I done it. I'll show you the video on my channel one sec if I can get it up.
How come everybody's got their picture turned off?
Um,
What the
It
hell?
helps with the bandwidth.
Why are we all going anonymous here?
Well, I don't want to make everyone on the East Coast jealous that it's still, bright and sunny here.
Right? Gosh, yeah. We had like a day of sun just as a tease. Hey, TT1, glad you're here. Yeah, I saw he was live. I'm sorry to step on toes or anything, but I just got to do it when I can.
I haven't gone live in a while. I'll put up a video occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did today just for the heck of it. I'll probably take it down later.
Right? I missed that too. Hey, Ed, good to see you.
There we go. Yeah, see, there we go. Now I can stop my cam. How come my cam don't have a picture?
You have to do that in settings. You can keep your camera on. We're not streaming
I know,
anything
but
like video.
I have a picture. That's the whole problem. Why is it not showing up?
I don't know about that.
I go on StreamYard every day.
Hey, Cashew, thanks for being here. So good to see you.
But I go on a different channel that there's full of troublemakers. I hang out with some troublemakers just for the heck of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the right crowd.
And we don't talk about political stuff. We keep it really simplistic and stupid. And sometimes I like that. I like to not have to think about things and just be stupid.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thank you, Anti, for all the links you're dropping. I appreciate it.
there's too many things to talk about nowadays, and you got to be careful what you say, obviously. Gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
Hey, T3, thanks for being here. Yeah, we're not too careful around here. I mean, I think one of the good things about our community is we've kind of built this network where we'll rebuild as needed.
Yeah, I don't
Find
have
each
a
other
filter.
again.
Yeah, I lack that filter, which fortunately, Indy here doesn't mind. At least
Yeah.
not that I know of.
No, I don't mind at all. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is they want to silence us, and that, nope. Not about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of live stream stuff, I finally hit the point where I should be able to do a live stream from a mobile device. So I'm going to see about doing one of those coming up.
Yeah, there's an app you can use to do that before you have any, you don't have to have any kind of number of subs or hours or anything. You can actually also use StreamYard.
Well, now you tell me.
You stream through now that you're so close to your goal. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can use StreamYard on your phone. It's kind of tricky. It's not the most convenient thing, but you can do it. But yeah, I can tell you if you need any help with that, I can let you know. Let me know.
Yeah, I may have to bug you on that one.
Yeah, no problem.
That one of Kim's, that was.
Oh, here, let me go back to it.
That happened.
Yep. She says, yeah, and it assumes wrong, and think of it how they could use that against you in a court of law whenever AI says what you didn't mean to say. Huh. Yeah, it's a really interesting point how that'll all be manipulated and used.
Yeah, my concern with the court thing would be deep fakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened to
Yes, he is, Frank. Agreed.
Where they used AI to manipulate the
Hey, Matrix.
AI
AI
for speech.
I forgot all about AI, man. I forgot.
Yeah, Blaine
All
put
this to think about, and sometimes you forget about some of it. That all plays in together. Going, man, we're in a mess.
Well, look how long we've been using it with our cell phones. I mean, computers, cell phones,
Yeah, feeding the algorithm.
the Siri, the Alexis.
Well, that was going back to the
Let's see.
thing from Yuval Harari.
yeah, thank
One
you.
of the things he was talking about with that was being able to basically program people and manipulate their thought through algorithmic fed results on stuff.
I think
Which
it
is,
also gets a pattern of your lifestyle.
yeah, well,
It,
his claim is that it could get to know you better than you know yourself.
yes, your habits, everything.
Yeah, but see, I mean, how much of that is just propaganda to make us have fear about it? Can they, I mean, listen to that. Like, how ridiculous, that just seems ridiculous. No AI is going to know me better than I know myself, but like, we can't buy into that. That's just my opinion
So,
on that one. Sorry.
as much as I was not a fan to do so, I listened to a pretty good amount of his presentation on this, and I don't think it's so much of trying to cause fear on it as much as it is him trying to sell people on it.
Okay, I can see that too.
Because he's like, it's like, oh, well, let's take a person who is trying, a high school age person who's trying to figure themselves out, and the algorithm could look at a couple of things based off of a couple of decisions they make and say, oh, you are probably this, and kind of steer people into a certain direction, which
Yes.
I personally, I think is disgusting. But
social credit.
It was, well, not just the social credit. So he used an example for someone being gay. It was this person where they might have found out in their 20s that they were gay. Instead, as they're in high school, this thing would say, hey, by the way, based off of this stuff that you're looking at, this is what you're most likely gay. And to me, like, the first thing that came to mind from that was conditioning children.
You want to know my opinion? It's real simple. If you don't know you're gay, you ain't gay. If you think you're gay, you probably are. But you don't need to think, you don't got to think it over.
Right,
You
and this is where
you don't.
The problem with this is that what they're trying to do is manipulate people, and just using. Well, so what they're trying to do with that is start feeding results for things or feeding advertisements for things that promote whatever the algorithm is telling the person they likely are.
PR, and that's where we stand against it, though. Change up your habits. Go a different direction than you usually go. Do something.
And so much of. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just do something to throw it off.
Yeah, no, this is where so much of what I'm saying, I don't bring this stuff up. They be like, hey, be afraid of this. I'd say, hey, just be aware and spread awareness to others.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's like just a good place to start. That's, kind of what we're all about here, is asking the questions and trying to figure out what we can and keep asking questions and continue that process. And, as we're learning more, we can let other people know and then go from there. I don't know. Do you guys think there's going to be some big line in the sand that's going to make us as a world or as a country stand up together all at the same time?
I don't personally.
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of comes to the table at their own pace. Some people need a little bit of an encouraging nudge to get there. Mm-hmm. Kind of like walking in faith.
Good call, Magic. Right? Yeah.
It's most people, from what I've seen, come to faith at their own pace. Sometimes it takes someone nudging them, be like, hey, have you considered this? Or are you aware of this? You've got this thing going on in your life, and there's this verse of scripture that correlates to it. And something as simple as that can bring someone to a realization of like, oh, holy cow, you know what? That makes complete sense. And they start looking into it, and they're like, hey, you know what? This, and this also makes perfect sense. And then, down the rabbit hole they go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's a couple of things going on that would draw a line for some, a good portion of some of the laws that they're trying to enforce.
I hate to say it, but I never had a problem with the LGBTs. It's just that when they threw the Q in there, the Qs have screwed it up for everybody. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
QT plus.
I think the Qs have screwed up the LGs and the Bs and the Ts. My opinion.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
I wonder if anybody confuses them with the QAnon.
I doubt it. Hey, Chuck. Good to see you. Yeah.
And I saw somebody say a while ago, it brought all of us together.
Yes.
That's one good thing that has come out
Spike.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. There's so many silver linings.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a completely different reality than I did 3 years ago. I mean, it was always the same reality, but now I'm aware of it. There's the good thing that we're waking up to all of this. It's like, they say birthing pains.
Yeah, when it comes to a hard line in the sand, there's a lot of people who live in different bubbles. And so unless you had a hard line in the sand that converged across most of the bubbles, like, say the power going out for a long while.
Mm-hmm.
Or, all of a sudden foreign troops walking through our streets, then it probably wouldn't all happen at once.
Yeah, well said, Carl. My faith assures me everything will work out exactly to God's design. Psalms 23. Amen.
Amen.
I know that's the ultimate plan, and I know that's where we're going to get. I have no doubt about that. God wins, love wins. It's just the journey that gets a little bit scarier. But, I said this at the beginning when there weren't very many people in here, so I'll just tell it again. But I've undeniably, God has been like beating me upside the head with the message of fear not for the last week or two. I mean, just to the point where it's like almost comical. Like it's been verses shared with me, or conversations I've had, or music shared with me, or just all these different things where it's just over and over and over again. It's like, okay, God, I get it. But then you still, at least for me, I still get caught up in that anxiety, because you get, the fear porn, somebody said earlier, it's like it's so easy to get pulled in. Mm-hmm. But when I'm thinking more clearly and my heart and mind are in the right place, I know God's got us, what his will is going to be done in every way, shape, and form. Hey, Cobra Commander Cranston, it's good to see you. I had to get to you the last part there to know it was you. It's really good to see you. Thanks for being here.
But that's what they've been doing, is trying to push the fear since all this first started 3 years ago. Has it been 3?
Yeah, just about that.
And they just did everything they could. Well, none of us really knew. We were hearing so many things about what was going on and what it was. And like I said, I fell into it because I was still recuperating from a really bad illness and didn't want to get sick again. And I was like, do this, do that, washing everything, the hand sanitizer, all the chemicals, all the nasty stuff. And then I just started watching and noticing, because we didn't close down. I guess we did that 2 weeks that everybody did. The whole nation, I think, did for the 2 weeks. But other than that, the restaurants were open, the bars were open.
Hey, SG, I think you have YouTube running in the background. There's a little bit of an echo. If you can mute or pause your YouTube, then that should fix it. Let me see. I'll unmute you.
That's it.
All right. How's
Is
it?
that working?
Yeah, let me say,
on the other channel.
if we're talking, I don't hear anything. So you think,
No more
yep,
echo?
I think you're good.
Yep.
Thanks, SG. Good to see you.
Every time I join, I have to do that.
Yeah.
No worries. Hello. Hello, everyone. Cool.
Yeah, Kim, I think that's true. It's part of that whole Depop agenda is to get it from all different angles.
Mm-hmm. And to keep us apart. The 6 foot. And then
Exactly, Cola.
don't go around your
you don't have to
friends.
see anyone, do you? If, you've got your AI or robots or whatever running around doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't even have to pick up the dog poop. There are benefits with
Right.
the new industrial revolution. Transhumanism turning into cyborgs potentially after a long time. That's kind of what we're looking at with the AI.
I could think of a couple of situations where, okay, that might be neat to have a robot that could till and do the stuff that I can't.
Yeah.
And
But they've got to be servants, haven't they? The minute they move beyond that, or have the ability to move beyond that.
When it comes to technology, there's definitely something to be said for things that make life easier, as long as we're not becoming overly reliant on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Although we've already not done that on our path through technology, have we? At the moment, if, let's say, all our technology stops working tomorrow, a lot of us are in trouble. I mean, probably civilization as we know it will change, but we'll make it through. But a lot of people would die.
Yeah.
When they come down,
we just can't run without our technology at the moment. Our infrastructures are we're totally dependent upon it. So I don't think it'd be any different with AI or robots or anything, to be honest. It'd be so much easier for us to forget the knowledge we've used up until this point, like we have been in the past few decades.
But yeah, I mean, circling back to what I was talking about earlier with being able to run machines. How many people currently know how to operate a milling machine or a lathe?
I do myself, but yeah, I've worked as CNC and stuff like that in the past there.
Nobody.
Yeah, and a lot of the CNC guys, they'd look at a conventional engine lathe and be like, this might as well be alien technology.
Yeah.
They're too busy playing video games to learn machining.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
It's funny as well. Like,
I had to, not because I wanted.
I know, and that's the problem, though, isn't it? Because big industry, makes money selling things mass-produced across the planet. It's so big that it takes over in such a short time, and then we're stuck again, aren't we? It destroys the previous infrastructure and business systems that we have.
I can operate old CNC.
Good to see you, Rescue. Thanks for being here, brother. Love you.
Yeah, I've worked at Cravens and CNC, boring machine. Yeah, loads of stuff like that. You got to have, you have to end up getting the skill, don't you?
Right. And this is where, talking about that new guard versus old guard thing. Oh, just a second.
I completely understand. Yeah, I hope that's a true story, Cranston. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so talking about the new guard versus old guard thing and where some of this stuff causes problems because, the old ways of doing things, which were developed for a reason, are kind of phasing out, or the new guard's trying to phase it out. With a lot of the planning side of what I'm dealing with, like I said, working with supply chain, you got someone in planning comes in and they're demanding all of their stuff like right then and there, but they're also trying to follow this just-in-time manufacturing model that doesn't necessarily work in all instances, but they're trying to force it to work because on paper it should. And so they'll take and they'll say, okay, well, we need all of this stuff right now. Well, then when one of the things that they're trying to get in isn't going to make it, they tell everyone else that they need to push stuff out. It's like, oh, this thing that I just paid you an expedite fee yesterday for, we actually need you to, hold off on that and do this other one instead. And then it keeps going back and forth, and it causes major waves throughout the entire chain of suppliers. And I would be surprised.
Businesses, right?
Yes, it brings businesses to a halt. It's one of those things where I highly doubt that the aerospace side of things is the only place that's happening. We just watered them.
Good to see you, Michael. Thanks for being here.
But yeah, and that's one of those, the way things have been done was done a certain way for a reason, not always just because there wasn't a better idea.
Ed and buffering, you two are cracking me up, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Love you both.
But yeah, I gladly encourage anyone and everyone to learn older ways of doing things.
Yeah. The Amish had it right this whole time. Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the...
Well, you know what they say. A central processing unit of a computer, the computer chip.
That's a good point, Anti.
Was somewhat based on something from the devil, So we shouldn't have any technology, really. A few wires and a battery, maybe, a light bulb, things like that.
Yeah, maybe some magnets.
Yeah, Or we have very high technology, which doesn't need any maintenance, doesn't destroy anything, and works forever.
JM, thanks for listening. Glad you're here.
The 3D printing? Well, 3D printers
Hey, handsome Ronnie.
Are really good, except that they need a high level of maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not very good. If you've got a 3D printing shop, you're basically mending all of your printers, or some of them won't be working, or you've got to have more than you should need, really.
Hey, big chap. Ed, you're going to be waiting a long time, buddy.
Even with that, the 3D printers aren't the be-all, end-all answer for stuff. Even, say, the metal 3D printers still have to go through processing after they've come off the machine to be cured and actually be sustainable parts.
They're not perfect, are they?
No, they're not perfect. They still have to go through heat treating, and they have to go through deburring, and a whole bunch of post-processing. That's
what I mean by not perfect, yeah. Just even by the way that what they've made and the original, idea.
Have fun with your family, Nosy.
Anyway, guys, I just thought I'd come in and say hi and
Eddie, would you want to sing a song before you go down?
Yeah, sure, okay.
I'd love that. Let me get to where, I don't know if you want to come on camera or not, but I can put you on big screen if you do. Keep Breeze company. I like how Shimmer Soul says the golden voice. Eddie, you really have a beautiful voice. I love when you sing. Really? I think I've heard a little bit something about that, TZ.
Okay. We have the chance to turn the pages over. We can write what we want to write. We gotta make ends meet before we get older. Ooh, we're all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son. How long can we look at each other down the barrel of a gun? You're the voice trying to understand it, make it noise and make it clear. Oh, 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 oh. We're not gonna sit in silence. We're not gonna live in fear. Oh, 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 oh. This time, we know we all can stand together. With the power to be powerful, believing we can make it better. Ooh, we're all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son. How long can we look at each other down the barrel of a gun? You're the ones trying to understand it, make it noise and make it clear. Oh, 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 oh. We're not gonna sit in silence. We're not gonna live in fear. Oh, 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 oh. We're all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son. Ooh, how long can we look at each other down the barrel of a gun? You're the voice trying to understand it, make a noise and make it clear. Oh, 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 oh. We're not gonna sit in silence. We're not gonna live in fear. Oh, 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 oh. You're the voice trying to understand it, make a noise and make it clear. Oh, 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 oh. I'm not gonna sit in silence. I'm not gonna live in fear. Oh, 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 oh,
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Eddie. I always love when you come and sing. And I noticed that we're not going to live in fear message. Fear not. Over and over again. I'm telling you. Love it. Thank you for that. Thanks for coming up.
That was great.
Take care, guys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, guys. Let me get to the right layout here. There we go. And Rescue. Thank you so much for waiting back there. Thanks for coming up.
Hey, man.
Good to see you. How was your birthday?
You know, still sunny side up.
Yep. That's what we like to hear.
I rescued.
Hey, Miss
Yeah.
Bonnie,
Yep.
did you have a good day today?
Was that to me or Bonnie? Sorry.
Either or all,
Yeah.
all of the above.
It's always a good day.
Mm-hmm.
It was here too.
Yeah. It was.
75 now.
Yeah.
It was very sunny and warm.
How you doing, Rescue?
Oh, doing pretty good. I'm still here.
Mm-hmm. Glad you're here, Michael.
Not a bad spot to be on a Friday night.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I missed it. I missed a notification earlier, and I was just I get doing stuff I don't usually carry my phone, so I'll set it down someplace and I get to do it, and then all of a sudden I'm by it, and I happens to hear one of those reminder tick tick tick, and it's like, oh wait, yeah, where is that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw it, and it was like, oh great. So I kind of had to. I didn't finish washing my face or nothing. But just been tinkering
Get your
on
makeup on. You brush your beard.
it. I prep for the YouTube world.
Right?
Well, I
Yeah,
know
well,
Lynn did that too.
you can be like backwoods and just do it. Do it all on screen.
I said that one day. I said I just need to get me a comb like backwoods, and I'll just.
Yep. Yeah. So, what else did you do for your birthday? Anything else to celebrate? And did you end up doing a second stream? Because I saw one yesterday, but then I didn't see if you went live again, and I was running amok.
Yeah, I just did that one, and it was just I don't know. It's just another day. It really meant a lot to me because everybody reached out and stuff, and so that part was really cool. I don't want to say like that wasn't. It's just I don't know. It's just another day. You wake up and the clock still ticks. Everything still functions the same way, and so it's like.
Take care, Lake. Thanks for coming by. God bless.
Night Lake.
I think there was an important question for Rescue in the chat.
Was it the OnlyFans question? I put that up. Yeah. Who is the next musical guest? Who's coming up to play or sing? Let's go, people. We'll up the vibes. Who said no?
That was me.
I did get actually the drill's out there, but I got a drill. It's not really for my birthday. It was Canadian was just hooking me up. It just happened to be one of those cool time deals that it showed up at that time.
Hey, Apple Dumpling. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
What's up, everybody in chat? Hopefully y'all had a good 420.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it seemed to disappear quicker for some reason, and I realised it was because I was celebrating with everyone else. I'm like, oh, that's gone quicker than I expected. Oh, shucks. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Thank you, Anti, for sharing all the links that you are. Yeah. Yeah, somebody mentioned in chat just a second ago, Shimmer Soul too. She has a really great channel where she has musical guests come up and she kind of just hangs out and chats too, and it's great. She's a great person. Yeah, I know. Apple Dumpling's an OG. Been around forever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Big Chap said he might go on late tonight. Awesome.
Okay.
I missed everything last night, I guess. I was looking too. I was searching through because it was just so quiet. And
I just kind of zoned out.
Yeah.
Kind of like took the day off. It's like, okay, I'm not thinking about anything. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I did. Just, I want a movie or something different.
Been listening to more. Oh, go
I
ahead.
did get it. Well, I got a cool little birthday present that somebody I know happened to give me, and being the state that I reside in, it's not actually on the market, but it was cool. It was a little deal out of a jar, and it had like a little paper filter, and then the rest was already like paperless. Had a little keef wrap to it and stuff. It was rather impressive. I'm like, man, I love my state, but man, they got to get their head out of their ass.
And what was it, Rescue?
It was one of those things that down here in Texas we're not supposed to do.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. But did you
pass.
they're voting to change that?
Yeah, September. Actually, the medicinal definition is going to change in September, supposedly, if they vote it through. Then it's going to add in the option for any person taking opioids. You can now choose. You would be able to choose not to take the opioids and instead do natural.
Yeah, and the decriminalization of it also, they're working on.
My argument with that, is that every single time somebody intakes some of that specific plant, that it is medicinal. Every single time. If they knew it or not, if they expected it or not, if they thought about it or not, it was still medicinal.
That's a good, I like that perspective. Hey, Shanrock, good to see you. Speaking of OGs, love you, sis. Shamrock's been taking some hard hits on her channel. She posts some great information and just gets it out there and then rebuilds. It's great. I love it. Have a good night, Chuck.
Later, Chuck.
Yeah, Hoot. There's a lot of familiar faces on Shimmer Soul's channel, kind of meshed in with all the networks. I love it.
Yeah, I will say the medicinal side is just like everything else, though, that if they can't figure out how to isolate it, control that, and then synthesize it for straight up profit, then see, they just don't want people. They don't want you to do that.
Yeah, it's just all about the dollar.
That's
Or it'll be the digital currency.
The love of money is the root of evil.
Well,
Yeah,
they'll
rather give you a
little
synthesizer. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I think they'll put the little shops up to control that. Maybe.
I think, like everything that's good for you, when it's mass produced and controlled by them, whoever, then it gets ruined, doesn't it? And we don't get, like, just even say the apple. The apple now has been overbred kind of thing for sugar, for taste, not for goodness.
Well, and fast production. They increase everything for fast production, and when you alter stuff, it's now not its natural state.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
An apple a day isn't an apple a day anymore.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, that natural state thing is something that plant's also fallen into.
Yeah, with the skunk.
With having been, I mean, they've basically selectively bred it and, to some extent, genetically engineered it to be as potent as possible, and that does, as much as some people don't want to admit it, that does come with some potential risk. I know, I personally know
THC over CBD, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, thanks for coming up.
I personally don't like that style just for that reason, because to me, it's like a setup. You're pouring chemicals in, you're putting it in the water, and because it's pulling it through the roots, but you're saying, oh, but this isn't the same. Oh, yeah, it is. That's if you just go put it do, that's the clean stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
Yeah,
I
no,
think we
too
should
many-
be allowed to grow it.
I know too many people have had mental breaks from the highly processed stuff.
Well, they're playing the same game that the corporate world plays, only the corporate world does it to chase the money, and you have other people that get into altering stuff because they're going after an effect. So it's either chase the dollar or chase the effect, but you're still changing things that shouldn't be changed.
Mm-hmm.
Or just my 2 cents anyway.
Thank you, Anti.
But and it's a fair point. One that I'd like to see more people acknowledge.
Well, I have to admit,
Maybe save
way
some
back in the day, I think I'm old enough to say, when I smoked it, you know,
That was the
it
shit.
was, yeah, it was shit compared to now. Let's say that, yeah. But it had more substance. You know, those levels of CBD and THC seem to have been more leveled out. You know, to be a more helpful thing than just a oh wow, I'm really, really, really high thing.
Well, that's, I don't know how far back you go. You go back in like the 70s.
I'm 50 and I've been smoking since I was 16. So
most of that is because back then the mentality of trying to increase production, increase the thing, but it was still natural. It was what you would do to your compost and your soil. And then once the chemical game came on to play, it was like, oh, well, look, we can use this synthetic chemicals to get the same effect that you would from the ground nutrients. No, not so much.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, breeding different types, but when you're changing the overall mass-produced amount of plants, then you're changing things too much. You know, but if everyone did their own little bit in their own little yard, there wouldn't be a mass effect like that.
It's kind of like if people could just grow their own little bit of vegetables.
I did hear in Amsterdam they were hoping that they were going to be able to breed every single strain, every single possible strain that it could produce. Yeah, and if they do that, then they may possibly be able to have the cure for almost anything. Like, oh, Doc, I've got this. Okay, smoke this. I mean, that's the perfect doctor, isn't it? You know.
But the dreams. Good old Amsterdam. It's still there in the dreams.
Although that obviously hasn't happened yet. Maybe they didn't get funding, you know.
Yeah.
And the newest strain got funding instead because it was super strong, you know.
What?
Mr. Smith, I'm so glad you're here. Are you up for playing for us?
Yeah, of course. It's good to be here.
Shit. Sorry.
What's up, Breeze?
I'm getting too hot by my fire, so I gotta move.
He was getting a hot ass.
Well, folks, it's been great being on here. I got to get back to doing some parenting.
Right, dadding it up.
Yep, dadding it up. You guys have a great rest of your Friday.
Thanks for coming up here. It's good to see you, DS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
anytime. Just
say hi to Ashley. Say hi to Ashley and have fun with the fam.
Yeah, we'll do.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Later,
Bye.
Does anybody know how to answer Kim's question?
Oh, did I not get to it?
Soccer ball.
Okay, Bonnie, you started this. I was trying to figure this out all day today. What was the name of the soccer ball that Tom Hanks named? Oh, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson.
It was the brand name.
Yeah, there's some pretty dark conspiracy theories about that, actually.
Yeah.
I think Big Chap's kind of covered it with Ronnie a few times. Hey, Lady Smith, good to see you. Ed, you were on a roll tonight. I don't know what's going on with you, Ed. Frank, I'm glad you're here and hanging out. All right, I see the drums. Can we mute up on panel and I'll put you on big screen, you know, work your magic here, Mr. Smith.
Who, me? Right.
Yeah.
Can I do magic? I can do magic now. Right.
Well, we all know it. We all know it, even if you don't.
All right, just let me grab my top hat. I'm sure there's a rabbit here somewhere. Yeah.
I think there's lots of rabbits where we are.
Yeah, somebody mentioned going down the rabbit hole earlier. Yeah. But I don't see many rabbits down these holes, do you? You know? It would be nice if it was fluffy bunnies at the bottom of these holes, wouldn't it? But it just isn't anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, then. I'm not going to do any magic tricks. I'm going to play some drums. I'm going to play a song.
Tomato.
Well, I'm going to play a song that I've not played yet. Nobody's heard this.
Oh, love it.
So a bit of a, I suppose it's, what would you call it? A premiere? A first?
Debut? Like yeah. Thank you. An honor. Welcome. That's what I call it.
Hey.
All right, I'm muting. You go.
All right. So this is, it's by me, and it's called Things Change.
Situation vacant, only experience must apply. Small ad in the small print, it seemed to catch your eye. You've been looking for a window, something that's not today. Yeah, you've been looking on the inside, and all that's left that you can say is that things change, never stay the same. 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 Vacant, but your experience, they don't apply. Your feelings are betrayed by the fire that's in your eyes. You found yourself a window, something that's not today. Yeah, you've been looking on the inside, and all that's left that you can say is that things change, never stay the same. Things change, never stay the same. Things change, never stay the same. Things change, never stay the same.
Amazing. That was beautiful. And I love the lyrics. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing that, Mr. Smith.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Great.
That was crazy playing that. I think I've played the drum track about 4 times in my life. That's it. So it was a bit weird playing it. It was a ride.
You sounded great.
It's nice. It's nice to go out on a limb sometimes. What is it? If you want to reach the fruit on a tree, you have to go out on a limb.
Well, everybody in the chat's loving it too. So you're sounding amazing. Thank you.
My mouse has disappeared. Oh, it's here. I've got it.
All right. So now, like about 5 more. Is that what we're good for?
Have I turned into the human jukebox now? Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite happy to play for a bit. If you want to listen to some music, I'm more than happy to play for you.
No, I'd love another song, and and if you want to stay up and hang out and chat too, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course. Would you like an original or a cover?
I think original. Let people hear what you do.
Okay. All right then. Go on then.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Right,
okay,
Anti?
yeah, I'm going to do this one. Yeah. We have got. It had a working title that was rubbish, and we've now got a title for it, given to me by Dan Ekberg Music, and the title of this track is now "She Stands Alone."
Yeah, that's a great one. I love it.
He was, as they say, only human. In other words, he was a carbon-based bipedal life form descended from an ape.
She'll hit you while you're sleeping, right between the eyes. Tell all the secrets you should have been keeping to the faces behind those knowing eyes. She'll cut you when you're bleeding, open up scars, be the nightmare that you've been dreaming, slowly take away your heart. She is love, she is cruel, she is love, she don't have no rules, she stands alone. She is love, she is true, she is love and nobody's fool, she stands alone. She throws no line when you're drowning, watch you as you go down. There's no water when she burns you, and the flames never go out. She is love, she is cruel, she is love, she don't have no rules, she stands alone. She is love, she is true, she is love, and nobody's fool, she stands alone. If there are no rules, why do I play the game? And if she's so cruel, why do I love her just the same? No, I can win with her. She is love, she is cruel, she is love, she don't have
It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so much for coming and playing. Really appreciate you coming up.
You're welcome. It's the opportunity for me. It's fantastic. I get the opportunity to play my music to a chat full of people like this and a panel like this. I'm the one who's got the opportunity here, you know? I should be thanking you.
Nah, don't go that far. No, I love listening to you play. I could listen forever. You and Clay and 15th Bend, and there's just so many musicians from that, that have become a part of that community. It's really amazing to see. So,
nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same. I'm kind of enamored with them all as well. I've spent all day listening to people's music from the community today. I mean, mostly playing along with it on the drums as well, because some of it I'm going to be playing on the live streams. And I've stopped. I mean, a lot of conversations that have been going on tonight I've not actually been involved in, but I have been listening. And I do think. So, I think the world always comes down to the same thing. The power starts with yourself, and you only hand over power to other people. And at any time, at any point in your life, the time is now, and you take that power back. You don't hand it over. The power resides with you and God, and nobody else. So it's only when you hand over that as an idea that anything can go wrong. So whatever the issue is, keep your faith in God, take your power back, don't hand it over to anybody else, and nothing can stand in your way. Because you can do it all with love. You do it all with love, you just simply say, no, thank you. That's it. Yes. That's as hard as the fight has to be to me.
Thank you for that message, because you're right. You're spot on.
Absolutely.
Yep. Fear not.
Yes, nobody needs to be frightened. It's all right. It's all right. We're all okay. And anybody that tries to take anything away, whether it's poison in the air, poison in the water, bad education in public schools, whatever it is, whatever the problem is, we just don't give them that power anymore. It's pretty simple. And there'll come a point when the world turns. People will only stay quiet for so long. And I really do think that the bulk of the world is waking up to what's actually going on. And a lot more people are just simply starting to politely say no, because there doesn't ever need to be a fight. It can just be a polite refusal, a non-compliance, if anything. And I think it's very easy to get caught up in the distractions that the modern world offers you. So back to where I started. Today I was listening to other people's music from the community because I don't go near the mainstream media. Why would I do that? We're talking about fear porn. Well, fear's not good and porn's not good. So fear porn is going to be really not good. So just stay away from it. What's the point of watching CNN if it is full of that stuff? What's the point of watching any of that stuff, You're not doing yourself any favours. You'd be much better going outside and burgeoning a better relationship with the world and God, if you ask me. And ignoring those idiots.
Yeah, I think most people in our, here know this, but I think, we just, like we were saying earlier, we just need to be going out and spreading the truths we know and not be, not being silent. That's what they want, is keeping us divided so that we stay in our echo chambers and they stay in theirs. And I think that's why what's happening with this community that we have here and all the different networks and the music community and everything else is like we're keeping connected when they don't want us to be. And that's so important.
Yeah, it is. And I think we can all see as well that the devices they use to separate people. So we've all seen the advertising when they advertise home broadband, and what they show is the picture of a house, but they take the front off the house and they show everybody in a separate room. So we've got a family living together, but all doing separate things in the same space. And that's presented as the ideal of the modern family. What a load of rubbish. It's actually a lie wrapped up as the truth. It's the illusion that they always have to use, isn't it? Because they can't create, they have to imitate. So they offer you something and they say it's this grand reality, but actually what they offer you direct on the screen is a way of separating yourself from each other. So you know them by the fruits they bear. Don't accept it. It's pretty simple, isn't it? But it's difficult when people are scared because they're scared of loss, because the big beast system can take things away from them very quickly via money.
People are pretty compliant and complacent in this way of life. They've been slowly led this way. It's like the digital thing. And it was funny because Tucker Carlson did some 50th anniversary at Heritage Foundation tonight. And one of his phrases that I caught as I passed by that and heard it was just about that. It was like the introduction of the internet. It was all about keeping in contact and communication, and you're supposed to have more information. You are now going to have access to learn, and here we are in 2023, and that's actually the very tool that's kept people dumbed down and kept people very ignorant of what's going on.
Yes. Yeah, and they've burnt the Library of Alexandria behind them. You know, it's very, I know particularly in America now, it's very difficult to get to original text because they're all held in the universities, and the universities are quite often behind a wall of politics and nefarious agendas. And currently the books have been basically destroyed, burnt, and it's been digitally transferred onto Google. But Google are changing the text everywhere, you know, which is just a dangerous thing.
Well, we took legitimate core books out of school libraries, and they are now introducing things that do not belong for any adult outside of a parent to have any kind of conversation with a child.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of instances of that kind of thing. It's frightening. But I've also seen the kickback from the parents, which seems to be pretty strong from what I've seen now. You must see it yourself. I mean, I'm less privy to it because I'm in the UK, so you're much better qualified than me to speak for it. But I see from over here that people are starting to stand up against this sort of nonsense, really.
Yeah, and even some of the students themselves are starting to go to the school board meetings to say that they don't want this book in their library, and those are the most impactful. If anybody was looking for a channel, I just say this name simply because it's called Grassroots Army, and the guy that's his main thing is he goes and he gets those school board shots to show to where it's like you don't hear reporting, you don't hear no site. This is the parent addressing that school board about that book, and they're reading from it, and so there it is up front, the facts.
Yep.
And that's what it takes more of, because you don't see any of that on the news. Matter of fact, you'll hear all the other sides pitch about how, oh, they're trying to stop parental rights. They're trying to keep them from getting an education. They're trying to do it. It's like, wait a minute. No, that's not what's happening at all. But see, there's that pendulum from the digital world swung, and they're in control of it.
Yeah, and one of the sad parts as well, as you know, is that it's when it comes to the public education system, it's about money. It's not actually about education.
Oh yeah,
My monitors have switched off. I'm just going to swap them over. We'll be back in a second.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, it's cleaning money for sure through the school system. I mean, I've been able to see that. That was one of the first things I noticed. I just didn't realize that was happening over and over and over again on a grander scale throughout the globe, you know?
Yeah. I love those, seeing the kids get up there and speak, because they are the ones suffering through it.
Well, and I would say, it's for older people to sit back and reflect on your past, not from a certain narrative or for direction or, but just try to remember things from when you were a kid, teenager, and start trying to remember those things and bring those back to life. Because I could see this whole digital world will slowly have you second guessing your whole upbringing. You'll start to second guess yourself, because they can change the stuff and you can go, well, I don't know. And if you go to Google, there you go. What version are you hearing? Wikipedia will change it on the fly. So don't rely on that digital platform as your facts.
Yep. I saw a question a while ago. Mr. Smith, do you write your songs?
I'm back. Yes, I do. Yes.
They're beautiful.
And to be honest, everything that you're listening to is myself.
It's amazing.
So, guitars and just all of it, basically. Although I think there was somebody doing some backing vocals on that last track. Yeah, I'm sure there was a friend of mine doing some backing vocals on that. But usually, I'm a one-man band, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Love it, apple dumpling. Yeah, I put the link in there for Grassroots Army. Thank you for that rescue. But I put it in there, and go sub and check it out. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet, Shamrock. I saw you post about it, and I definitely want to go look into it. I just haven't been able to find it yet. Yep.
And that's true, Ed. When he said, what books they were burning in the 30s and 40s in Germany, those very books you were just mentioning. It's like, that's it. This is these little mob created things are damn near mimics of brown shirts. And they're slowly creating. If I had to kind of speak in an offbeat way, I'd have to give them credit on the overall scope, because they've gone in and they've created the whole anti-police. So you've actually attacked the law and order. So there's one big strain fabric of the moral fabric is law and order. And they have portrayed a picture and shaped the society view to anything behind that badge is going to be bad. That's that. So you've infected into that. And then you just start creating, through a confusion, anxiety and stress. You show them for a few years, cities on fire. This is the reaction. Now you really threw them into a tussle, because then when they said, okay, well, our version of this will be grabbing some flags, and then you dogpile them, and now you've created a big ball of confusion. And they're slowly just whittling things down until people are going to be standing there going, wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell? And it'd be like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't see that. What the hell? And that'll be it. This digital currency thing, dude, is like a big red button on a desk. That's some bad shit right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's creating a lack of trust in authority.
Hang on one second, guys. We're getting a little love raid from Shane Phelps. Thank you so much for sending people our way. Thank you for coming over. And hey, D-Dog, good to see you. Susie, good to see you. All right, sorry, carry on.
The way that we were just talking, how they can change what you read and what you know and stuff.
Thank you, Shamrock.
Once things got shifted on the currency level to the digital platform, they don't even have to play nice anymore. You're just a mouse click away from you'll comply, and especially in cities where they're adopting new meters that are going to be tied into the system. Man, that's a click away. Your water's off, your electric's off, your bank account's now to zero. You made a bad post and we don't like it. We don't even have to come pick you up. We'll shut your stuff off right there.
That's why we're learning to do without all those things.
That's it. There's a phrase in the Bible about
no worries, Shamrock.
A slave to debt. You don't want to be a slave to the debt master.
Yes.
That's why my personal issues with me and my life and stuff, I blame the damn 80s and the introduction of credit cards and shit. They started telling people you can have shit without having to put work invested.
Yeah, and then the 90s.
That carrot, buddy, it went stupid.
And then the 90s was all the reward systems that they started up, for different stores where you gave them your phone number to enlist in their rewards program.
Yeah, Indy,
that was
the
beginning of tracking all of us.
Commercials where it would show people going into a store and they'd go charge. I mean, it's like they even promoted to just charge your shit. Just charge it. Charge
yeah, I do remember that.
Charge it.
Yeah, thank you guys for sharing this out. Get more people in here talking. That's always great. Yeah, absolutely, Shamrock. Yeah. Q City, good to see you. Glad you're here.
Dude, think about look at all the accidents we have happened with aircraft and trains. Any other time in history, that would be broadcasted all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how Ted Turner. We went to 24/7 news because of an event like that. It was, I think, the miners, and they were digging on him, and it was Ted Turner went, wait, we're not going to stop. Just keep reporting that. Just keep telling people, and then that's where 24/7 came to be. You can look that up if Google still agrees.
Right. If it hasn't been, what is it? I never can keep him straight. Is it Brave New World or 1984? 1984, where his job is to rewrite the history.
Yeah.
And the propaganda. Yeah. Yeah. I know all those dystopian novels. I went on the first time I read through them all. I think I started with Fahrenheit 451 and then kind of went down that rabbit hole of dystopian novels. And so now I get them all mixed up because I read them all around the same time. And I usually do. Whenever I've reread them, it's like, well, you got to keep rereading them. Like they're so great, you know?
Well, I don't know whether you yourself know or anybody here knows, but Orwell and Huxley were family members of the Fabian Society. Now, the Fabian Society are a set of people who got together to organise society over an extended period of time, and what we're seeing now is the fruits of their labour.
So why do you think that they put it in their novels? Do you think that they put it in because it's part of their, you know, people think that it's part of what they have to do? They have to tell us to get like a soft agreement from us about it, or to communicate with each other? What's your thought on that?
Quite simple. So both Huxley and Orwell were brought up in eugenicist households. And that was their daily conversation, and their parents were part of the Fabian Society, which was planning this 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. So for them as children growing up, that was the conversation. So when they later wrote stories, it was very easy for them to come up with the future because it had been around the dinner table since they were born, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know whether anybody knows the channel Truth Stream Media with Melissa Dykes and Aaron Dykes.
I feel like I've seen it, but it's not one that I follow regularly. I'll have to check it out.
Well, there's a great video on the Fabian window and the Fabian Society that they do. It explains the lot. But that's a plan that's, see, people have, there's a sort of, it's been parodied now. People say 1984 was supposed to be a warning, not a script. Well, I challenge that and say it was a script all along. And it's part of the plan for gradual change. And you see, this is why Hollywood movies, they go in phases. Have we all noticed now that the phase of Hollywood that they're putting out is messing with time?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have 4 or 5 years of films, just nothing else about time, because they're messing with time with CERN. So they're just getting people ready for that. They put it into the population 10, 15 years before it actually happens, don't they? Mm-hmm. And they seem to have done that all the way. And it's a eugenicist mob that do it all. This is why we've ended up with the Georgia Guidestones saying maintain the population below 500 million. It's all the same mob, if you ask me.
T21, you're cracking me up. Yeah, I know. I think it is too. Anti says, play, Mr. Smith, play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a song if you want. I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. I'm better at drumming than talking anyway. So.
No, I like what you have to say too.
Well,
by the way, can I take a quick? Let me take a quick sec. And Canadian, I saw him come into chat. He said something about he was coming into Dallas. Are you going into Dallas on your way out, Canadian, or are you landing in Dallas on your way into Texas? If you're on your way in, you just need to let me know where, dude. I will come to meet you to have coffee.
Yeah. Good chap. Good call, Shamrock. We need some more vids, big chap.
Okay. Sorry about that, Smith. Just wanted to catch him while he was in chat.
Yeah.
That's okay,
all right,
buddy. No problem at all.
All right.
Should I do something that'll get right, or something that I've never played before, and let's see what happens?
That's all up to you. Whatever you feel inspired to play.
It's Friday. See what happens.
What does your gut say?
See what happens. Let's try something new. Yeah, again, something that nobody's heard. Another new song.
All right. All right, I'm muting.
Okay. Is it finished? I don't know. It's nearly finished, maybe, or something. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yes, Canadian.
I have no idea what I'm doing on the drums.
Yes, and thank you.
For all the times I've left you and I never had to go, all the times I said nothing, didn't let my feelings show. This is just to say I'm sorry for all the days I saw you and I never showed my face. The times I left without a word and a look upon your face. This is just to say I'm sorry. Sometimes life gets in the way, 1,000 things to keep us apart. There was just this one thing that I'll never get used to. Watching you go, watching you go. I'll never get used to watching you go, watching you go. But sometimes it has to be like that. For all the times I've left you and I never had to go. All the times I said nothing, didn't let my feelings show. This is just to say I'm sorry for all the days I saw you and I never showed my face. The times I left without a word and the look upon your face. This is just to say I'm sorry. Sometimes life gets in the way, 1,000 things to keep us apart. There is just this one thing that I'll never get used to. Watching you go, watching you go. I'll never get used to watching you go, watching you go. But sometimes it has to be like that. Watching you go, watching you go. I'll never get used to watching you go, watching you go. Sometimes it has to be like.
Another great one. I mean, it's amazing. How long does it take you usually to like fully do all of the tracks and everything? And I mean, not even counting like writing the song, but putting it all together.
Open Chat GTP probably only takes me about 3 minutes.
I wouldn't touch Chat GPT with somebody else's.
Nice, Buff.
Usually, if I'm really honest, the song comes very quickly. So the idea, the general seed of it comes very quickly. And then sometimes it can happen almost instantaneously. So at the end of 15 minutes, you have a song and you've got it on the guitar and you can just play it and sing it. Other times it's a bit like pulling teeth and you've got a seed of an idea, but you can't make it germinate and it can take you weeks. So it just depends, really depends. I mean, I've written complete songs stood at a bus stop and then I've taken 10 years to finish writing another song. So there's no formula. There really isn't a formula for it. And I think a lot of people know that with the artistic process. It just depends, doesn't it? Sometimes it's just mood dependent. You know, if you've had a bad day, you're not going to really write a very good song. But then on the flip side of it, sometimes you can have a bad day and you can turn that energy into a good song. But there's no formula. I wish there was. But then having said that, that's part of the ride that I enjoy. There is no formula. So everything's different.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then
I'm glad you're
just something in itself as well, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're sharing your journey with all of us. Thank you for being here and for playing. Got another one. Can I make a request?
Oh, well, hold on a sec. One second.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Real quick. Big Chap had a question for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here, let me highlight it here.
He said, what was the vibe where you're at when the guide stones were destroyed?
I've got to be honest, I would say less than 0.01% of the UK population even know about the guide stones. In general, they are completely ignorant to it. So in itself, it didn't have any impact, apart from in the communities that know about such things. And the general vibe was, it's done its job now, and now we need to get rid of the evidence. It's a bit like a Hollywood film. They put it into the people's consciousness, then they remove it. And it just gestates, basically.
Sadly, I think that's kind of true here, too. I think that, maybe a little bit more, a little higher percentage of people knew about it, but I think it's mostly off most people's radar here, too, even after that happened.
So the next thing they need to do is remove Bill Gates, because he's still saying it out loud. So that'll be their next removal.
You think so?
Interesting. He's the second biggest funder of the WHO.
Ed has a really important question for you. He wants to know if you're from Mortal Kombat. That's perfect, Ed. Oh, that's sweet, Spike. Yeah, right. You should make a CD, Mr. Smith.
Make a CD, brilliant.
Yep, just do it. Just make that happen.
I shall get to it immediately.
Well, go sub his channel and spread the love around, everybody.
That'd be nice.
All right. Would you play Safe and Warm? That is my absolute favorite.
Of course. Yeah. How can
Thank
I say
you.
no? Yeah, no problem. Okay. It's here. Right, sorted. Okay, this is...
Sorry. Ed says, you were supposed to yell, get over here, and drag rescue out of your camera somehow with a chain. All right, sorry. I'm muting.
Wins.
Perfect. That's what we were looking for.
Right, yeah, okay. So, finish him. Okay, this is
Perfect.
Safe and Warm.
Hold back the day and make the night go on forever. Hold back the morning blues and keep me next to you. Hold back the day. This might not last forever, but that's a chance I'll take. If you hold back the day, don't let the night end, or the feelings disappear. Hold back the morning and keep me here. When I'm here holding you, I want this moment to last forever. Here holding you in that safe warm place I'm
Love it. That is just my favorite. It's beautiful.
That's cool.
Nice one, thank you. I should have said as well before I started that. So 15th Bender's recorded a guitar solo for that. So the bit
I know. I can't even wait.
The bit in the middle where nothing happened, it's my fault. I should have put the solo in, but I haven't. I've been doing other things today. I've been busy. So I will get to it. It will happen soon. But that's going to come out as an official release on YouTube as well. And then probably through DistroKid, I would have thought.
Hey, real quick.
Well said, Spike.
Request for if Anti, can you drop Smith's link again? A couple of people.
Yeah, Anti-slacking. No, he's dropped your link so many times. It's great.
Well,
I was going to say, I don't think Anti's going to be slacking. I can't see that.
Nah, never.
And if you
right,
don't mind,
Al?
I'll do a shameless plug, Indy, for TT1.
Absolutely.
Tennessee Tactical will be going live tomorrow night. He's got his Saturday night shift. So we'll be having some fun, good laughs, good time over there.
Buff stepping on your toes there, Anti. Yeah.
He's both getting to the links faster than Anti. What? No way. Oh, he will not be happy.
Nah, see, Anti was just on another mission for a minute.
Right, got you.
Well, and I'll go in for Anti's defense because buffering just threw a simple link. Anti actually put
Bam.
the title. Anti gets the delivery.
Right? Love it.
So, Indy.
Yeah.
Are you okay if I play one last song and then head off into the sunset? Well, the sunrise.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming up and playing it all. Just anytime you want to, you're more than welcome.
You're welcome. You might find it hard to get rid of me now, you know.
Perfect.
I like it. I like it here. It's nice. People are really nice.
Good. Yeah, I know. We do. We have a great community here, so I'm glad you're a part of it.
Yeah, you really do. It's lovely. And to be honest as well, it's nice to, in a world that seems to be trying to remove God, it's nice to have somewhere where it's openly discussed.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, Tara. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, more of it. Exactly. We're stronger together, everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so this is a song originally by the Beatles. And to everybody in the chat as well, thanks very much. I've seen a lot of nice comments flying by, but I can't really interact with it. So thank you very much to everybody.
Sit back and enjoy.
Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All these lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all the lonely people. Look at all of these lonely people. Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Yeah, all of these lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all the lonely people. Look at all of these lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Yeah, all of these lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all the lonely people. Look at all of these lonely people. Ooh, Lord, look at all these lonely people. Look at all of these lonely people.
Very
Loved
cool,
it.
sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Pleasure to do it. Pleasure.
Thank you for coming up and hanging out and talking too. I really appreciate that.
You're more than welcome. And let me know when you're streaming again, and I'll be back. I'll just come and have a chat as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody that was here as well, and everybody on the panel as well.
It's
God
nice
bless
to
you
meet
all.
Smith. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, we'll see you again
pleasure,
soon.
Sir. Thank you. All right. Take care, folks. See you later.
Have a good night,
Later,
Mr.
sir.
Smith. How great to have him up here. Now, Bonnie dropped down I think by accident, but Bonnie, if you want to come back up, play Freebird, Cody says. Just a little late there, Cody. Good to see you. Yeah, that was so much fun. I just could listen to him play forever. He's so talented and just a great guy. Well, how can we top that, Rescue?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
That was good stuff.
Good to see you, Garrett. Thanks for being here. Hey, Frank, you still out there? You want to come up and play? Oops, sorry. There we go.
3:30 in the UK.
Yep. Yeah, right. Exactly, anti. Well, have we solved all the world's problems yet, guys? I don't know.
Oh, you know it.
Well, on our way, right?
The meeting of great minds.
Mm-hmm. Big chap, have a good sleep. I'll see if you go live later. I'll try to catch you. Okay. Yeah,
Well, so
everybody
you
take
can't
5.
you can't go good night, Chip. I thought you was going on later.
Maybe a nap. Yeah, right. I feel the same way, Apple Dumpling.
Sorry, I can get hung up reading chat too.
Yeah. Yankee, it's good to see you. I saw you come in earlier, but couldn't say anything. Hi.
Well, and I don't want to talk about nothing down after all that.
I know, exactly. I know. Like, well, we're on this good vibe. I don't want to get into the mire again. Oh yeah, Frank is still here. Yep, understand how that goes, Frank. That's why it's hard for me to find time to stream. But I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you so much. Frank, if anybody doesn't know Frank's channel and who Frank is, he has an amazing channel, really great guy, really great musician, and, kind of promotes and shares love around the community too. So go check him out. Oh, okay. All right, big chap. Get some rest then. Yeah, I feel better. Chrissy,
Hey.
good to see you. Oh, glad you found us. Thanks for resubbing. I know that happens sometimes. Yeah. Right? Exactly, Al.
Yankee watchdog. Saw him come in.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
Thank you, Anti. There's Frank's channel. Go give him a sub and hit the bell and all that good stuff. Right? Friday Night Friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my chicken coop tomorrow.
Nice. What are you working on?
Finish I might even go ahead and work on the door. I'm gonna redo the door in there, make it bigger. Poor old BB's done gotten so big. I feel bad for him when he comes out because he's literally got to duck down to get up underneath there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make it bigger, and then I'm gonna finish the wiring on the front because I didn't get around to that the other day. I started to, and then ended up streaming for 6 hours instead. So.
Well, that was good stuff too. Hoot, I have not started, but I have everything prepared to start. So we're doing a few containers, and then we don't have a lot of yard space that we can use for gardening. So we're doing a few containers, and then we're going to start up our arrow garden that we have indoors, and then do some microgreens. So that is the plan, and we're working towards it. But thanks for asking. Keep me accountable.
Well, and you were
awesome.
Be doing some canning, weren't you?
Say hi, Garrett. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit, but not much. But there are a few people that want to give it a try for the first time, so we're going to do that. I don't know if we'll do it as a live stream or backstage yet, but either way, we're going to get it done. We're looking into either water bathing ghee, or doing, I think, maybe a jam, or else doing some pressure canning of like a stew or something.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is a great community. Well said, Shamrock.
TT1 says I've got taters and maters in pots. I'm steady watching for that last winter freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to get a cold snap this weekend coming through.
Oh, thanks, Tara. Thanks for being here too. Yeah. Yep. Hoot, let us know if you've started yet, and what you're growing, if you are. Yeah, I feel like our winter's still going here. Not quite, but it's still rainy and gray, and we had like one nice sunny day, and it just got my hopes up. And then it's like, meh, back to gray and rain. Yeah, it's good to see you, Brew. There's a few different nunyas. I'll clarify this one. There's a few different nunyas within these networks. So I think he was talking about a different one, Ed. She has a different nunya, has a great channel, and she does a big panel and everything. I like them a lot.
Is that the nunya from Texas?
I can never keep them straight. I just kind of know which chats they're in. So when I'm there, I know which one is which. But there's like Nunya on the back 40 or something like that. And then Nunya Business. And I think there's like multiple Nunyas.
A lot of Nunya.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's a something, yeah.
How, right? What are prices like around you guys? Are you in chat and you rescue, but like, are you seeing things going up still or down? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's some things that I would think would be up higher than they are by now, but then there's others that are skyrocketing, you know?
Well, eggs actually are coming down on price, of course, but I don't trust those eggs. So there's that. Mm-hmm. And I haven't really noticed. I mean, there's the slowly little increase, but I don't really know if I've recognized it so much because I already expected it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thanks, TT1, for the compliment. I appreciate you too. Ed, you're all over the place. It's funny. You like drop these like huge things of wisdom and then these like dad jokes for days.
It was a big panel of knowledge. It was like the Brainiac big.
All right. Shamrock says, I have corn, basil, tomatoes, broccoli, eggplant, and carrots going presently. Fantastic. That's awesome, Shamrock. Yeah, everything's getting so expensive. Puff, puff, pass, Tara. Yeah, that is awesome. Well, the link's pinned if anybody else wants to come up and join us.
Okay, she put it in the nice way. If the link's in chat, if anybody wants to come up and save us, because we're pause mode right now. So.
We just had all this momentum going, and now we're both just like chill. Like
Well, the music, it was just a chill mode. And
I know,
okay.
I know. I'm with you, Rescue, 100%. All right, here, I'll go ahead and share our campfire. We can just stare at that at least. Okay.
Rescue, you don't trust my eggs, my chocolate eggs. Come on, I've been working at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for days on those eggs. Bouts of constipation, I mean, work troubles.
Can you guys hear that? Oh, no, not yet. There we go.
Hey, there we go. Hey, I can
See,
turn
look
my
at that.
camera off now.
Just like that. Just like that. And it's all fine. We just need something to look at and something to listen to.
Now there's the fire.
Right? Yeah, right? Chill is good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely, Buff.
So you need some tunage. You need some tunes and you'll play in between.
Aw, Chrissy, thank you. Love you too, Chrissy.
Later, Chrissy. It's good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yep, we all love Mr. Smith.
And in case y'all didn't know it, but this is one tripped out Friday, because to this Friday, Hoot Owl has done got drunkard and I'll get out.
Hoot's drunk? Did I miss that?
Hoot is drunk. Drunk is all get
All
out.
right. Drink some water. Eat some bread later. But enjoy it while you're there, I guess. I know. Big Chap left us. I'm not drinking, so that's not going to happen. Thank you, Anti. I mean, this actually feels more like a real campfire, though. We're kind of hanging out, zoning out on the fire.
Oh yeah, Chrissy. Well, and I kind of changed up because mainly I do morning times nowadays. Do morning stuff. Start the day off.
Thanks, Cody. I was actually very concerned. Glad you're here.
So, Indy, why don't you sing us the song?
Yeah, no. Because I'm too chicken.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If we were actually sitting around a campfire, though, I would sing. That's true.
Yeah, if we were around the campfire, I could participate in the kumbaya.
Got it, Hoot. Hoot's ratting you out, Rescue.
Right. Hoot was like, "Oh, sing us a song." It's like, "Oh hell, Hoot must be drunk." TT1, why don't you come up? You could come up, TT1. He got the addictive smiles.
Yeah, you can liven things up in here, TT1. Ed. Yeah, there we go. See, Buff knows. Buff knows me so well. Right? When there's like 4 people in chat, that'll be the night I'll finally do it. Right? Oh, that'd be even better, Chrissy. I love the harmonica. Do I have a DJ voice? I think that's a compliment. Thanks, TT1. Queen Bee, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you being here and hanging out.
Yep. In-house ways.
Right, Silver Girl? Unfortunately, I know too well, but I'm not a morning person either. I'm more of a morning person since having kids, actually, just because they're so cute. Like, makes my mornings a little brighter. Hey, here we go. D, glad you came back up. Chrissy. Hoot's calling me out too, Rescue.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, you know, I gotta say, so I'm just gonna have to point out the fact that you're the host of the channel, so you should be the hostess with the mostest.
Well, are you saying I'm not?
No, the crowd's wanting more.
Oh, TT1, you are, I think, buffering very badly. Domo arigato. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to mute you.
Is that TT1?
Pretty sure. Oh. Okay, I'll stop. You do it. I think that, no, I'm sorry. I said TT1. I don't know why I said that. D. I think that D and I were just muting and unmuting each other. Back and forth. That was pretty funny.
Oh.
Does he play tunes? I didn't know that he played. I think she's having... No. I think she's having a hard time coming up. It's D. I said TT1 because I was looking at his name. It's D that's coming up. But I think she's having a hard time with her connection.
Oh, yeah. That was the last time whenever I saw her talking, she had been saying how she had been out of internet for, what, like 10 days or something?
Oh, I don't know. Is that when there was all the snow there?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Bee be listening in the background.
Thanks, Santai.
I just looked up and saw what he had said.
I missed it about the A1 steak sauce. I don't know.
No, it was an egg. It was once you go hen, well, you lay an egg and roost a while.
Yeah. Ducks. I guess I missed that. I don't think I ever heard him play. That's cool. I wonder if it's still up on their. You probably know. Is it still up on their channel? Go check it out sometime.
Oh yeah. That was cool when Josh come by that one night.
Yeah, it was good to see him in chat. He hung out for a bit. I think that was the last stream we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dex will know better than I do, but he's working on some kind of film, a project. So I think that's been keeping him busy. And then I think he and Eli have started kind of trying to maybe do some more together, which is cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, TT1 pretty much, you know, unless they have, I guess, an issue. But so far, it's been consistent now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually pretty cool because apparently they're happy and content enough because now I get all 3 even before noon. So it's not strung out through the day. three of them just go in there and get rent paid, and we're good for the day. Chrissy, I got 3 hens and 1 rooster. Matter of fact, that's what most of my lives now. I'm out there with the chickens or something. Although I've done some tree cutting too. I got to start a damn raised bed before long. I got to get that going.
What are you thinking about? What are you planning to? Oh no, you got a bunch of seeds you talked about. I remember you were giving some, and yeah, that's cool.
Yep, the first ones that'll go in will be the sunflowers, just because I need to get those in the ground.
Cody. Okay, here we go. So Duck says that Josh is doing a film with Duke, who goes by Paul the producer, and it's going to be a short film. And she'll share it out when it comes out. Yeah, as will I. That's awesome. Keep me posted. You'll probably keep me in the loop better than Eli or Josh.
Yeah, Chrissy, originally Nikki, in between prepping, they were going to do 6, only 4 came out. And then as those 4 grew, one of them turned out to be a rooster, and I decided I'd go ahead and I'll keep him. And if I want to get an incubator, then bam, I'll just have some more chicks. I named them, the hens are Thelma and Louise and Nikki, and then the rooster is BB. Yep, there, Hoop got it. And he talks a lot like BB.
That's okay, Ducks. I'll find it. Oh no. When was this, Tara?
Oh wow.
She said we had 5 feet of snow in our yard. It crushed all the roofs to our critters' pens and houses. Hubby managed with son's help to get all the critters out the day before it all crashed. Woo, thank the Lord. Yeah. No kidding, but still, I'm sorry that happened. Ninja chicken. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks. We'll do some would you rathers per Cody. Would you rather live in a cabin on the mountains or on a beach, and why?
Cabin in the mountains.
Right? Instantly.
Yep. Fresh water, fresh wildlife, fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Not too hot, not too cold, usually. Yep. Tons of resources. Shelter and privacy.
Yeah, there would actually be something to be said about being on the beach, because I would worry about dehydration because you're then surrounded by salt air, which is going to pull the moisture. That would increase your... That's why I don't know, there's something about a mountain stream. You just can't go wrong with fresh air and fresh water in the woods.
Yeah, answer in chat too. What do you guys think?
Keep trying, Ed, though. That's the fun part. Keep trying.
Right, Ed? Oh, okay. Bruce says beach. We have a beacher. Definitely beach, Cody. It relaxes me like nothing else. I do love the beach. I just think, if I could only pick one, it'd be the mountains. But, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. It's home. Despite the craziness. Who are you talking about, Chrissy? I think I missed it.
Bug out. Bushido.
Oh, yeah. I saw him on, who was it? Sean Stryker's channel. And it was I think I posted it in my community tab like a few posts back. Nobody pays attention to my community tab, people. Come check out what I post, please. There's my plug. But really, I mean, I just kind of share things. I try not to do too much, but I try to just share things I want, people to see and share around. But anyway, they had a great conversation, really great panel, and it was good to see Bug Out. I hadn't seen him up on panel in a while either.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I heard from him yesterday, or was it this morning? I don't know. On my birthday.
Thanks, Anti. Yeah, Cody has a bunch of really great videos up of his drone flying over where he is in Alaska, and they're beautiful. Go check out his channel. Right? Mountains for the win. Yeah, but winter would mean insulation, and it would mean storage of all your goods.
Yeah, but see, I always laugh and say, you can always put on enough to get warm, but you can never take off enough to get cool.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way. I'd much rather be cool than hot. Yankee, living the dream.
That's it.
Tara says mountains. Me too, Anti. Cabins for the win.
Yeah, man.
All right, Hoot.
Well, yeah, you could do that, if it's accessible like that. The way it was put was, it was kind of like you got to pick a place, and it would be like, okay, then this is where I'd go. Hell, I'd go there now if I could. Find somebody to buy this, and then if I had a new of a place, I'd do it in a heartbeat. All I need is some water. Electricity would be nice.
No, I like that, Cody. Nothing like watching clouds roll over mountains at your eye level.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
TT1 gets that benefit too.
All right, Ed. What is this, Anti? Oh, thank you. There we go. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Anti. I feel like I just virtually finger wagged at all of you to go check out my community page.
Yep, need the virtual finger dancing across the screen with the link going right here. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, check out the community.
Thanks, Rescue. I've been thinking about Ron a lot lately. I'm getting some dangerous freedom vibes from different communities. It's just, I just think about him a lot. He was such a great guy, and I'm so glad that I got to know him.
Yep. Well, I'm glad you dragged me around.
Every once in a while, I know what it was. Every once in a while, somebody will post a comment on the poem that I did after he passed. And every time it happens, I kind of end up scrolling through the comments because, I go to say something back to them and then just see all the comments and, just kind of remember. Beach. Right? That's the wisest one there. Back to Tennessee with the Amish. Yeah, apple dumpling. It seems like weather's been kind of all over the place for a lot of people. All right, exactly, Brew. I can't. I just can't. That's cool, Shamrock.
I don't know who. I don't think so. I know Mayhem at one point was in contact.
Right, Chrissy? It's telling like he's like writing an entire movie plot that he's creating in chat. I love it. Oh, thank you, Anti. Thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Hoot, I don't know. Did you answer that? Is that what you were talking about, Rescue? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Mayhem, like you said, yeah, I'm with you now. Yes. Mayhem's talked with them and been in touch with them pretty often, but I think we're kind of trying to respect their wishes and everybody's sort of giving them space. But I am glad that Mayhem's in touch with them. Just makes me feel good to have, have a little connection there.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that, Tara. Oh, yeah, thank you, Frank. Actually, it was your comment that brought me there, so thank you for that, too. Al. What's that? Have you seen that hashtag that I guess it's called trad wife, like traditional wife? Have you guys heard about this? Is this on anybody's radar? I haven't gone and looked it up yet. I should. But apparently with like the younger, like, I don't know, I'm guessing like teens to mid-20s range, or maybe a little older, I don't know, somewhere around there, there's a hashtag that's trending called trad wife, like traditional wife. And it's basically like going against the woke culture and promoting like people who are out there living it up as a traditional woman's role, supporting the husband, being the homemaker, like kind of those traditions. And it's become trending. Like people are all following this, and I guess it's become pretty huge. And I don't know. Check out.
Hey, look down backstage if you want to bring that up for a quick sec.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Thank you so much. That was perfect.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, I love that guy. Thank you. Yeah, that was great. Yep. I remember seeing that. And then he was so funny about it because he would like promote it. Like he always would act like he was kind of embarrassed by it, but then he'd tell everybody about it and play it, and then he'd like send it out to people, like email it out and text it out. He also a lot less people got to see this, but he did the time warp one night, and it was hilarious. But I think that stream he took down like right away, but it was hilarious. That was a really good night.
Yeah. Ron was a good dude.
Oh, that's really cool, TT1. I'm way behind in chat, I think. But he said his cousin left a comment on my tribute of Dangerous Freedom, and I was shook. She said Uncle Ron would have loved this. That's really cool. I'm glad she saw it. Yeah, there were a lot of tributes. I actually have, I think it's in my playlists that are public. I made a list, like a playlist of all the tributes to Ron that people had done that I'd seen.
Oh, man, there were some good ones too.
Yeah, just to kind of gather them together, in one place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad his channels are still there too. I haven't gone back and watched too many, but I have a little bit. It's kind of fun to see.
Yeah, it's weird how his videos will come up in the little news feed every now and then. Like, it was just last month or something.
Right? Yep, that happens to me too. Yeah, there we go. The trad wives. They live like 50s wives. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right, TT1? Sorry, I'm so far behind in chat, everybody. If I'm missing
I'm working
stuff.
on a TT1. TT1 wanted me to pull his up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So I was working on it.
Yeah, Al. Sorry you missed it. He was great. Yep. Yeah. Me too, Yankee. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. Yep. Kind of the OG family, Chrissy. Dangerous fam. Right? Gotta love the fur babies. Right, Al? Oh, thank you, Anti. So on it. Love it. Okay.
Backstage.
Yep.
Right from my head. Hey, blue on black, tears on the river, push on a shove, it don't mean much. Joker on Jack, match on a fire, cold on ice, a dead man's touch. Whisper on a stream, doesn't change a thing, don't bring you back. Blue on black. Yeah. Oh, slips.
That's pretty cool.
That was great, TT1. Yeah, Yankee said Ron Backwoods and I all hung out and chat every day back in 2016 on the Prepared Mind channel. I remember him talking about that. And yes, Hoot, I remember Rescue building his computer and talking to Ron.
Yep.
It's really cool to see. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that was something else.
Oh, I love it, TT1. That's great. Right, Magic? Love you too, Anti. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I made it.
Yep, you caught it. Somebody
guys,
come up here. Are you
I
gonna
was just
call
gonna
it?
say. No, I was gonna say, let me know. I mean, I'm good, just like chilling and keeping this open for a little bit if we want to, but if anybody else wants to come join us, that'd be great. Hey, Rooster, thanks for being here. Right, there we go. Fire. Well, shoot. Rooster, is Shad still alive? Mm-hmm. I think you're in good company, Magic.
Somebody come up here and give Indy some company.
No, it's okay. We can call it too. I'm good either way.
Well, I don't want you to call it just because I get down.
And you know I'm not staying up here by myself.
I know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people on still. So, we can do a love raid. You guys want to do a love raid somewhere? Chuck's on, and it looks like Mad Chad just ended. Right, Tara?
My bubbling cough machine is calling. Is that what they're called?
All right. Well, Anti, would you mind grabbing Chuck's link, and I'll just send everybody that way. We can do a little love raid over there and go say hi. And let's show Chuck some love. Thank you, everybody, for coming and being here. And thank you so much, Mr. Smith, for coming up and playing. Thank you, Eddie, for singing and playing earlier. And thank you to everybody on panel and chat for coming and hanging out on another Friday.
Yep, it was cool seeing everybody. I hope you make your evening a good evening. Wake up tomorrow and tell yourself you're going to make the day a good day.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Andy, for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for coming up. I love you.
Love you too, sis.
I'm going to wait till see if Anti gets the link in there. I know he's on his way with it. And if not, then I'll grab it. He might be juggling.
It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Anti's got it up. So
Oh, there we are. Thank you so much. I shouldn't have doubted Anti. I'm sorry. All right.
She is, Anti.
Right. Virtual finger wag at your rescue. All right. I love you all. Go say hi to Chuck. Tell him I sent you. Put a little purple heart in there. And have a good night. I'll see you guys again soon.